No headaches worth mentioning lately. Maybe I'm getting used to it.
Maybe you've just got a good stress release. I know that knocking the geth on their synthetic asses gets rid of my headaches.
I'm on my
Regroup! On me!
Hello everyone, it's Kasumi, and this is my favorite music on the Citadel.
On me! I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
So let's do it. Sinister music plays.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
I like how faces of aliens are unique here.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the C-Sec investigation into Saren.
And they finally fixed his face too. But also, like, every Turian looks different. They look very similar in later games. Just like palette swaps, but like Palin has very narrow set eyes, and some Salarians also have wider or more narrow faces.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the council.
So what do you have found?
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
How I met your father. So what animal do you think he is, Ashley? I think he looks like a falcon.
You don't want to keep the council waiting.
Actually, I do want them to be annoyed as much as possible.
What are those cherry trees?
We should see it later. Because I could do for the bomb stuff things. No, didn't work like this. Maybe. Let's see how the photobomb works. It's not really what I would have wanted. But where are her eyes? Oh my god! This is why my playthrough will take like longer than other people, because I love doing stupid stuff like this. And photo mode does help with me being ridiculous. More stairs.
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the council. I think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance.
So Caden is more about like feelings that things evoke in him, and Ash is more about practicality.
I like the fountain. It's very soothing.
At least when talking about stairs. Ah, this is beautiful. This area was always pretty. Let's see what we have. We got Residuum to the tower. You see the shape? Remember the thing I told you to Look. This is shaped exactly like Saren's ship. I wonder why. Citadel Tower. This was my first save. And I will probably... remove the rest. And... I make a lot of saves because I have some with mods, some without.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanna are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right. Though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You
Don't
just
mind
don't
me.
like them because you have trouble understanding them.
I'm just eavesdropping. Okay. I love doing silly stuff in games. The stairs keep staring. Rare Admiral?
I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants.
Like the Admiral of the booty?
Commander?
The pirate booty? Or like regular good old ass booty? Let's go.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Let's not dilly-dally much, okay? I love this get-up.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is
Some.
nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
And you all cops are
An
bastards.
eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've
Boy.
read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me.
Huh?
And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
You're a piece of shit.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon, then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures. Just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well. But what can you expect from a human?
Well, you're a racist piece of shit.
You can expect me to kill you the next time we meet.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres. He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Objection upheld. At least Davos is like not completely against us, even though she's slow and stupid. The Turian is the worst, like absolutely. So
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now?
what's
How
with
can
his
I
eyes?
defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You're all useless. You won't see the truth. So
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
There are robot parts sticking out of his skull. The metal
This meeting
tubes
is adjourned.
and circuitry in him. It's like not even hiding his digital at this point. He chose the green ending for himself. What's
It
adjourned?
was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race.
What?
Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Despite me like supporting Anderson and him being right about Saren being a bitch, he isn't motivated to destroy human race. He's racist against us. He doesn't like us. By the way, they improved eye textures with a patch. But, like, it's not his main purpose, the genocidal humans. By the way, what's your story?
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
So the left options usually give you more stuff to talk, while right are like the finishing, not the investigating ones. But this time, the right option actually gives you more lines, I think.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
I'm on it. Or no. Let's say that. Let's just be rude to Adina because he's dumb.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Okay.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Wait.
I thought you said he was a drunken loser.
Couldn't hurt to go talk to him. Just be careful. I wouldn't call him reliable.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way. Innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
So, read the Mass Effect Revelations book to know about that. The book wasn't there when the game was released, so they didn't quite plug it yet. But it explains, to cut it short, there was like a factory or something, a lot of workers' camps around it, and he put it on fire, blow something up. People were burning, civilians. It's very graphically describes their suffering and stuff. Drew Karpyshyn is like into torture porn, if you can call it that. And then he blamed it all on Anderson.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
And now you can see the opposite thing.
Sometimes 1,000 people must die so 1,000,000 can live.
But only if there's no other way.
He argues
Saren
all
doesn't
the
even
time.
look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
You just already said that, whatever. So what about specters? In general?
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
There's actually a quest, the negotiation, that you only get if you assemble a lot of renegade points, as they expect you to fail them.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
Okay, this is kind of like I've heard Interpol works. If you watched Azumanga or read the manga, Yankoma, Tomo Takino or Tomo Ryuno in the book, she wants to become an Interpol agent just like Fujiko Mine, I think? No, Fujiko Mine, is she for Interpol? I don't remember, whatever. I haven't watched Lupin. And that's her dream for career assessment, and people explain that you can't just train for Interpol. You need to join normal police, and if you're really good, they're gonna hire you for that. So Spectre's kind of a mix between 00 secret agents and Interpol, International Police Force. So, and
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
so yeah, this really reminds you of spy movies like Mission Impossible, the James Bond ones, or even Bourne, Ultimatum, and the rest of stuff. Siphon Filter in games, Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell, but in space! So, whatever.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
So, and why do we even bother with that?
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them.
Like Batarians?
Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests, No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
Again, we can use the opposite option. This whole dialogue is a mess. It doesn't follow the game's rules. You can see the right side dialogues expand on the conversation instead of finishing it, except for goodbye, of course.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
The writing is just amazing. This is like how politics are. So more complicated than it looks. And Keith David is just amazing in his voice work. So, but let's stop digressing about the lore and go about our mission.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Locking up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
And another opposite option.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off without him.
So do you have any other leads? Because Harkin, you just said he's an ass. And I don't want to have any effects on me from him.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Okay. So, who's the Shadow Broker?
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
And?
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes.
Cool.
He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
He doesn't leave any paper trail, but he reports, calls the phone home to the broker.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
So they'll have more dialogue in ambassador's office. That's one of the things that's easily missable. This Tribune is nice. And we have... Why are you making circles around it? Hey.
This is it. The very heart of the Citadel. The pinnacle of galactic power. Kinda makes your head spin if you think about it too much.
So, this is where the Council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling ran over our heads, Commander?
I think the Council is way on over there. Stupid heads. Oh. Hey, wait. I thought you're supposed to not disturb the keepers.
the one over by the keeper.
Huh. Korban. Now,
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
hmm? Hello.
Yes, is there something you want?
Disturbing them.
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the keep.
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
Ooh.
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I agree.
I'm going.
So long.
So, again, usually you pick the quest up here to scan the keepers, but if we don't, we'll have a few more interesting encounters.
couple of questions.
Okay. But Admiral Kohako,
Commander,
nothing to say. Okay. Yeah, there's one keeper, another. I think there's like 4 in this area, maybe 3. And we will get back to them later. I want to see. I want to develop this quest further. Plus, I don't think like role-playing wise, I don't think agreeing on that now makes sense, because like we need to find leads on Saren. Why would we suddenly going that? Maybe if we just find more about it, then that'll be relevant, but at this point I just don't see the point. Okay, be right back. All right, so we go.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Change.
It's one of their best options. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
I did not.
Chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his death troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
That's a good quote. So yeah, like the default zoom levels are really something. This armor, medium armor she has in the original game, it had so much detail on the butt. It basically like outlined the butthole. Just it was ridiculous when you were running, and since the camera is always behind. Don't know how much they changed it. We'll see once I unlock the medium armor mode. So we need to see Barla Vaughn. In case you don't know, it highlights on the map. Here he is. Barla Vaughn, go see Barla Vaughn. So we shall.
Huh. Anyone else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
Art doesn't normally do much for me, but that relay statue, I like.
Okay. So yeah, I have 3 FOV toggles because this field of view for exploration is like in vanilla, and this closer is slightly wide in default. Default is 70, this is 75. The wide one is 90. Some people run at 100, not at my monitor. And this is 40. I use for Close-ups when there's some dialogue that's not in a cutscene. It makes my head spin too much though. So you're Mr. Vaughn?
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. It is a great honor to welcome the heroes of the Blitz.
So this is one of the dialects that's affected by the pre-story you choose. Are you spying on me?
I don't like strangers keeping tabs on me.
Why so rude?
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed.
Come on.
I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I was told to talk to you.
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
Let's just be stupid.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Saren betrayed him. Imagine that.
Sarcasm mode?
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
How do I find him?
I heard he was paying Citadel security a visit. If you hurry, you can probably catch him before he leaves the C-Sec Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
And we go like this, we miss an optional cutscene.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
I laughed out loud because the timing was just so impeccable.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
He roasted you, Shep. He did.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments.
always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Well, I guess except people who are more honest, who have nothing to hide.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
Like, he's just an NPC who is, like, absolutely optional. You don't even need him for that quest. But he's so much, like, so well written, consistent, thought out. Just makes the game feel alive when the world is populated with characters that, like, breathe and live it. It's like, and it's also less cheesy and more down to earth than, say, Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars predecessor. Okay, let's have a short tour.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
And since we'll be heading to the wards next, we'll ask him about them. But first, the area we're currently in.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
He's just cute. He's like, slightly self-absorbed. He thinks highly of himself, but he also thinks highly of other people. He's, I wouldn't call him arrogant, but a bit of a braggart. But he also respects other people and compliments them, so I can't call him at fault for that.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Remember this. Before we go to the wards, what he said.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Now, I will reload the game because I just checked a quick save, ran and checked to see that this actually disables an optional cutscene. Will she get cross-eyed? No? A lot of characters do, like original. So, we will reload, skip talking to Barla 1. In the game's role-playing perspective, consider me talked with him, and then just took a taxi to get to the wards.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
I should be going.
As you wish. Do return when you are able.
Okay.